With over 4 million holders and a top 10 crypto by market cap, Cardano is one of many people's favorite cryptocurrencies, and rightfully so. They've seen a lot of activity over the last few years in terms of number of dApps built on the platform, NFTs being launched, and a massive increase in its price. But recently, there's been a few announcements and a few things that could cause a bit of concern. So today's video, I want to go over some of the good, but also some of the bad, because this is important for not just Cardano investors, but anyone investing in the crypto space for that matter. So let's talk about it. Starting off with the overall market before we highlight key things going on with Cardano is that recently ByBit, one of the largest crypto exchanges in the world, came out and announced that they're going to be halting USD bank transfers citing partner outages. And they said that this was going to be effective immediately. So starting immediately from this announcement, you can no longer go ahead and deposit USD, US dollars, via bank transfer onto ByBit's platform. That is effective immediately, and many people believe that it is because of what happened with Silvergate Bank. Silvergate came out and they announced they're going to be discontinuing their digital assets payment network. They're claiming that it's based off of a risk-based decision, but ultimately, because of this, it seems like ByBit is halting and suspending all USD bank deposits. But the thing that you need to keep an eye out on if you're an investor and if you use ByBit is that funds can be withdrawn through wire transfers through March 10th. So remember, this is for US dollars. So if you have any money on the platform, US dollars that you want to withdraw, I would say go ahead and just withdraw it or transfer it to another platform. Personally, what I use is I use ByBit a lot for trading, and I transfer that money over to Coinbase because it's easy to transfer between Coinbase and my bank account. But if you simply use ByBit and you need to be able to withdraw USD, you have to be able to do that before March 10th. I want to quickly interrupt today's video to talk about one of the most interesting play-to-earn games I have seen in a while. Its graphics are unmatched, and it's a play-to-earn NFT car racing game called Radix. It is from Jump.Trade, and Jump.Trade is the biggest NFT marketplace. They have already launched a very successful cricket game. Now they're switching gears a bit and launching a race car game called Radix, RADDX, where you play and get real cash money as a reward. So Radix is a play-to-earn game with insane graphics that requires you to get an NFT from their website in order to get started, like many other play-to-earn NFT games. This game is unlike any game I have seen. When you're looking at their demo, you're looking at the graphics, they are extremely high quality, and it's already partnered with top brands like Flipkart, Polygon, Pepsi, and Twitter. Right now, you can go ahead and pre-book for the Radix car NFT. It's going to be open on March 10th, 2023 to everyone. And the benefit of getting into their NFT in pre-booking is you can get one loot box, and it contains 2 NFTs for just $25. But they have another package where you can get 5 loot boxes in their pre-book for $120, and you'll be entered to actually win a guaranteed gift box where they're going to be giving away like a MacBook Air, Apple devices, a gaming console, a TV, Bitcoin, and many more things. So this project is definitely worth checking out. Their pre-book is taking place on March 10th, so use my link in the description. Fund your wallet now and wait for pre-booking on March 10th, 2023. So you can easily go ahead and pre-book your NFT and get entered to win all of these major rewards. Next thing I want to go over is going to be what's been going on with Cardano. There's been some good, some bad. The bad news is that there's been 80% of Cardano holders that are currently suffering a loss. And this is not just Cardano, but I've been seeing many headlines about this recently. So you got to remember that most altcoins, many cryptos, a lot of people who are holding them are in a loss simply because they got in during the last bull market. But as of right now, there are 3.53 million wallet addresses for Cardano that are in the red versus only 680,000 that are profitable. There's another about 170,000 so that are break even. But the thing here is that while we see all these headlines saying all these people are in the red, you got to remember that vast majority of people bought into crypto, bought into Cardano and many altcoins during the last bull market. So it's not just Cardano. And while it is true, this number is verified and true, you got to remember it's not just Cardano. It's many altcoins are experiencing very similar other statistics. The good news for Cardano is, in my opinion, outweighing the bad news tremendously. What we're seeing for Cardano is that recently, whales have increased their transactions tremendously. We've seen that in February 2023, there were approximately 634 whale transactions for Cardano, and they defined whale transactions as those of over $100,000. So this was a massive increase that we had seen in the month of February 2023 versus what we had seen in January of 2023, December of 2022, and before that. So we had seen a lull in whale transactions, but we've seen that pick up dramatically over the last few weeks, especially the last few months as we've seen the market start to rebound. So there are a few theories as to why we are seeing this massive increase, one of which is that we have just been seeing a lot more accumulation, price increases, and a bit of more positive sentiment over the last few months when we saw Bitcoin bottom at $15,000 per coin. So this one theory is that many people are just preparing for the next bull market, but the other is that many people are simply looking at doubling down on Cardano because of the massive growth we have seen during this bear market. We've seen a lot of dApps launch, a lot of new projects launch, and many people think that it's because of this massive growth in TVL that we're seeing more whales get back into the project. Next thing I want to go over with Cardano is going to be what has been going on with GitHub monthly development activity. So according to recent studies, we could see that Cardano ranks number 2 in terms of the most actively developed blockchain in the crypto space, only behind Polkadot. Cardano currently is just behind Polkadot, and then after goes Internet Computer, Ethereum, Vega Protocol, Status, Cosmos, Decentraland, Filecoin, and Hedera. So what we're seeing here is that over the last few months, Cardano has consistently been in the top 3 positions in terms of monthly GitHub activity, ultimately just meaning that developers are excited about building on the blockchain, continuing to build on it despite what's going on in the market. And this is a very bullish sign if you're an investor, because it shows you that not only are people buying the coin, not only are people buying the project and the token, but there's actually a lot of work being on the blockchain. More projects are being built, developers are building on it, and that is crucial for long-term growth and long-term viability of a project. So that's something that you definitely like to see. Last thing I want to go over is going to be with weekly development report for Cardano. So on March 3rd, 2023, Cardano released its weekly development report, and there are 2 or 3 key numbers that we need to highlight. First of which is that we have seen that the number of native tokens is quickly approaching 8 million, currently at 7.87 million, and it looks like we should hit that 8 million mark very soon. In addition to this, the total number of transactions on the blockchain has just hit 62.2 million, which debunks any sort of claim that Cardano isn't being used, because when you see that massive number of total transactions, it proves that people are using Cardano's blockchain despite any sort of negative claims or people saying that Cardano is just a community, but they don't have any actual utility. When you see those transactions, it just debunks that entire myth, that entire claim, because people are obviously using it. So those are the key numbers there. You also have the number of Plutus scripts, which is approaching 6,000, but really, in my opinion, the number of projects launched, the total number of NFTs, and the total number of transactions are key metrics, and we're continuing to see these grow. So right now, what we're seeing with the overall market is a lot of positive, some negative. Right now, if you're an investor in crypto or stocks, you need to be aware of what's going on with the Federal Reserve and Jerome Powell, because Jerome Powell is having some upcoming comments with central banking committees, and there's going to be new inflation data coming out on March 14th. So keep an eye out on March 14th for inflation data. Keep an eye on what Jerome Powell is saying. But other than that, things are still looking pretty healthy for crypto market in terms of underlying fundamentals, projects being built, and just wanted to point out a few things going on.